Greetings, my wonderful Jellyspoons, and welcome to the brand new year of 2023! Yep, that crept up on us quickly, didn't it? But now we're here, and as I sort of promised, I am going to now give you a rundown on all of the projects, plans, and things I have in mind for the coming year. This is partly to attempt to get anyone who watches this vaguely hyped for what I'm going to do, and also because I want to hold myself accountable, like I did last year when I made a video at the beginning of the year. And that mini-movie got made, so the plan is I'm going to state everything I want to do right now, and then if it doesn't happen, I can reference this video and so can you guys and be like, so then, what are my plans for the upcoming 2023? There's a lot. I need my notebook. Aggressively sips tea. I'm joking, it's not tea, I don't drink tea. I'm a terrible, terrible English person. First of all, I have been working on my KoFi store and I am potentially looking at opening Etsy as well. I might have to bite the bullet and do that because KoFi really is not the optimum way to have a store, but my store is changing. Currently, I've only got a few things going on in my KoFi store. I've got commissions, I've got some photos, and I've got some little necklace chain things that I made as part of my Never Never movie project. I have decided to branch out into other things, and I have been experimenting and recently have discovered the marvels of bleach painting stuff. So one of the things that I am now going to be selling on my KoFi and probably on an Etsy shop when it does eventually open, it will be under the same name, Morcus Noise. I haven't got there yet because Etsy scares me a little bit, but I need it. I appreciate this. But what I'm going to be selling is Bleachpaint t-shirts, where you guys give me a design and I will paint it for you. Here are some of the things I have already put onto t-shirts for various friends as practice. The current idea with this is that you guys will give me a character or a movie or a band or an idea or just a theme, and I will then make you a t-shirt based on that. If you have artwork that you've created that you would very specifically like me to use, you can show me that, or if there's a specific photo of a person or a moment from a movie or something, you can tell me which one of those to use as well. But essentially, you guys give me whatever you want and I'll put it onto a t-shirt. As a lot of you will probably already know, there are some things that I am saving up for, and I do not like to be just given money. I like to earn it. So while I appreciate everyone who has donated to my KoFi, I would much rather you purchased something from me. I obviously cannot tell you to stop donating to my KoFi, and I appreciate everyone who does and everyone who's on my Patreon and things. But as I said, I would love to earn the money that people donate and help me with, so therefore I am trying to offer you more things, like bleach paint t-shirts and stuff in my store and things like that. Speaking of my Patreon, that will be changing just a little bit for this year, because of course I have now finished my Never Never movie project, so some of the different things that the different tiers get, you'll no longer be voting on, say, what colour the Never Bird is going to be, because I have already taken those votes into account and made the Never Bird, that kind of thing. So that'll be changing a little bit, so look out for that. As always, you do not have to join my Patreon at all. It does start at $3 a month if you want to, and as always, there are photos of the dog on there, which seems to be the main reason most people are on my Patreon. And you know what? I'm okay with that. Moving on to the next thing, and the first cosplay plan for 2023. I'm not going to be doing my 12 months of cosplay challenge again, because this year some of the projects I want to do don't actually involve much cosplay at all. I am going to be making a lot of stuff, and there are several costumes that I do want to make, and they'll be on the list later. But in general, this year I really want to improve my editing, my filmmaking skills, my props and sets and things like that. So I am still going to be making cosplays. There are a lot of costumes I want to make and lots of characters I want to embody. However, a lot of the big projects, particularly my Personalised Britannia content, more on that later as well, that involves cosplays I have already made, and I might be editing and adding to and stuff, but other than that, they're already done. So there are a few cosplays I want to do, and this major one for January is one that you guys all know about and will not be surprised about, and that is the Finding Neverland Peter Pan costume from the movie, as worn by the wonderful Kelly MacDonald. As you can see, I have got really far with my Finding Neverland Peter Pan content. Basically, I've been making bleach t-shirts all week, don't judge me. Okay, this is as far as I've got. It's going to be amazing, it's going to be fantastic. You just wait, guys, it's going to be great. So that is the first thing I'm going to do in 2023. My first project, my first cosplay, my first thing of the year. It is going to be finished by the end of January. And as usual, when I have finished a cosplay, I will be putting up a video posting how I made it, what I did, and all that stuff. So you can look forward to that chaos sometime at the end of January. I can't decide whether to talk about the rest of my cosplay plans or my Peter Pan content, because both of them fit this branching narrative. I think the cosplay one is a shorter list, so I'll just tell you that. Currently, at this current moment in time, on January the 2nd, I am aware that this will change. It will, it always does. Every year I start the beginning of the year going, I want to cosplay this, this, and this. And then over the course of the year, I watch a new show, or I find a new TV show, or something new comes out, and I immediately go, I want to make something from that. So I am excited. I am looking forward to what the heck is going to happen this year that's going to make me go, I need to cosplay this, please. But as of right now, the 2nd of January 2023, I have 5 cosplay plans. One of them is the Finding Neverland Peter Pan. One of them is Herbert from Tanz the Vampire. I've held off on this for a year, and that is way too long. I need to be the sparkly gay boy. It's an inbuilt need. My third one is my 4.0 Mollymauk costume. This has been a back burner project because it is very long and there's lots of embroidery and stuff. I'm not promising I will finish it this year, but one of the things I want to do is really get to work on that coat again. I miss doing the embroidery so much, and I've also changed my mind a few times on what I wanted the design to be, and now that I've got a better idea of what I want it to look like, I feel happier going back in to really try and get, not necessarily finished, but a good chunk of that done as well. So Molly 4.0, you'll be seeing some progress on that, and that playlist that has been sitting dead for a while, yeah, that's going to be resurrected. That was a Molly joke without even intending to be. That playlist is going to have some more videos in it. Again, I'm probably not going to finish it this year, but that coat is going to have a decent chunk taken out of it if I have anything to say about it at all. Getting back to the blonde boys once again, I have a beautiful wig that was bought for me by my wonderful wife, Kat, and I just really want to wear it as much as possible because I am aware of how much that wig costs because it's a lace front, and as most of you will know, I cosplay on a very, very, very small budget. Sometimes no budget at all, as in there is no money for the cosplay, and I have to use things like, say, my curtain rod to create a Raceland staff. This cost me absolutely no money whatsoever, so yeah, that is what we're working with as usual this year. And I am therefore very aware that this wig costs a lot of money, and therefore I want to use it as much as physically possible. I have already used it for 2 different cosplays. It's going to be in my Personalised Britannia content again, coming back to that in just a few moments, but predominantly I have discovered that I really like blonde characters. And I have a bunch of those on my cosplay to-do list that I really want to dress up as and do. So along with the very, very sparkly Herbert from Tanz the Vampire, there are a couple of other cosplays that I would quite like to do this year. They may happen or they may be replaced if I find something that I am more into at the time, which I am very open to the fact that may well happen. But the other 2 are Haldir or Legolas, or potentially Thranduil, but probably Haldir or Legolas from the Lord of the Rings series. Although if I'm doing Legolas, I will probably aim for the Hobbit Legolas because, I'm sorry, that costume is way cooler. And I also have a slightly strange little one, which I just really want to do because he's so damn cool, and that is the Font Demon from the show Legend of Monkey. I have a type when it comes to cosplaying, and that is long coats and cool hair. So those are currently all of my cos plans. It's not many, I'm very aware of this, but I'm also very aware that over the course of the year, I will probably come up with other ideas and other things will just hit me as inspiration. So I'm sort of leaving it a bit open-ended there. I am aware that more cosplay inspiration will strike me throughout the year, and I'm looking forward to that. But I also have other projects I want to be doing as well. So let's move on to those then. I'm going to jump back now to the Peter Pan content, which some of you guys know me for. So I am going to be doing a lot more of that this year, and there are some cosplays that I want to do as a part of that. And one of the things I've been talking about for about 2 years now, really quietly, and then a few months loudly, I have really wanted to do for ages a video documenting and talking about the history of Peter Pan costumes, mostly on the stage but also on the screen as well. I have already started this. As you guys might remember, this time last year I was making my Jean Forbes Robertson vaguely stage accurate Nina-esque costume that was based on the original stage costume worn by the first ever people playing Peter Pan, so I have that one, and I would also now like to make some other ones. I would love to make a costume based on the original design that never actually came to fruition. I would love to make Peter's winter hunting outfit. I would like to have a go at Kathy Rigby's Peter Pan outfit as well, and potentially Jeremy Sumpter's Peter Pan outfit as well. I'll see how I go. I might just stick to the stage, but if I go for the screen as well, Jeremy Sumpter's is one I would probably like to have a go at. Speaking of my Peter Pan content, I have decided that I want to dedicate a specific day every month, whether it's one of my Monday Madnesses or a couple of days every month, I haven't decided yet, and that is going to be specifically for Peter Pan content, and that way people who are only with me for my Peter Pan content know when to come and rejoin me, and people who aren't really bothered about the Peter Pan content can just skip that week. But I really want to get more consistent with posting my Peter Pan content. It's been blowing up and doing really well on the TikToks, so I would really like to bring that over to the YouTube and do some more long form video essays as well, particularly because when people ask me very detailed questions, you cannot answer that in 3 minutes on TikTok. So that's something I'm going to be focusing on over here as well, and I will be trying to make the videos a little shorter too. I'll be trying to make little compilation videos and shoving them on the TikTok so that hopefully even if people don't watch my YouTube channel, they can still get the gist over on the TikTok as well. Jumping from my Peter Pan content onto another really big project for my year, I am going back to refilm my Personalised Britannia content. We did a lot of practicing last year. I got some of my amazing friends to come and join me.
No, latte.
Cool.
I'm gonna intersperse that.
See, I don't see that.
We are treating all of that as practice and we're going to go back and do it again. I have been storyboarding, I know exactly what I want to do, and I am going to be doing a full music video this time. I want to use a song from right at the end of the show called Attriciani, and that song is sort of telling the story of what's been happening and what the ending of the show is going to be, and I want to include flashbacks and have all these different characters and moments, and I'm gonna get so many people involved in this so I can have as many characters as possible. So here's hoping that ends up going well, but that is a long form project which I'll be doing basically whenever I can get friends to come and film bits and pieces with me. So I'll be throwing up bits and pieces from behind the scenes of that like I did last year, but I have a very specific goal in mind with that now. That is the music video I am going to be doing. One whole music video featuring a ton of flashbacks. So that's going to be really exciting. And hopefully by the time I have finished it, my Russian will have improved even more dramatically. Currently, I can sing you through most of the entire show, but I can't really say very much that's useful other than Привет, как дела? Speaking of, although not speaking of Angsty Russian musicals, although that is a fair bet with me. I'm usually talking about Angsty Russian musicals, or at least thinking about them. No, speaking of making filming content. So as I said this year, I really want to improve my filmmaking game and my editing and stuff like that and my shooting. One of my big plans is that I'm going to do photo shoots for most of my cosplays. I'm going to set up sets. I've been really enjoying making sets and props, so I'm going to be doing more of that. I'm going to be taking photos and doing shoots and things because I like to rely on myself. And while I will definitely this year be trying to collaborate with more people, other cosplayers, other costume makers, other people who want to act and get involved in various projects with me, and I definitely want to get involved in more photographers and stuff. I film most of my stuff, as you guys may know, at around 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and it is very unfair to expect someone to meet my time schedule like that. So at the moment, I am just trying to improve everything myself before I really start collaborating with other people, although I will be attempting to do that as well. However, video projects, that is a huge thing I want to be doing this year. I am going to be setting myself mini challenges, and this may end up being part of my Monday Madness videos. So I'm going to get you guys in the comments to help me, anyone who is on my Patreon, anyone who's on my KoFi. I will be giving you guys things that you can vote on and suggest as well. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be making mini video projects, maybe a few minutes long, with a certain theme or idea in mind. One of them that I've decided I definitely want to do is a American Horror Story intro video. So I'm not going to copy what they've done, I'm just going to look at all their videos and take the sort of style and the tone, and then I'm going to get you guys to vote on what theme the series would have, this hypothetical series, and then I'm going to film the intro for it. And I will try very hard to make it very clear that this is not a real series when I post it on the interwebs. If you've got any ideas and challenges you'd like to throw me immediately, chuck them down in the comments because I will very happily rise to most challenges. I probably should not put that out there for you guys, but I'm gonna do it. I trust you. Honest. Something else that is very important to me this year is I would like to finish 2 of my main writing projects. And these are 2 stories that I am still trying to work my way through on Archive of Our Own. I have 1 complete finished fic, and that to me is impressive, which is my Lucien Critical Role Nine Eyes Never Shut fic, and that is completely finished. I even added a whole new chapter just to the ending to really spice it up a little bit. That is done, and I would like to complete and finish my Blood Mafia AU fic this year, and I would also like to finish writing out my Moxie Black Dog story this year as well. So those are the 2 big writing projects I want to finish. And I'm holding myself accountable right now. You've got a year, a whole ass year. You can find some time to finish writing them. Honest. I just really want the little complete tick on Archive of Our Own. It's so satisfying to be like, complete work, like, yes. Also in the writing vein again, I am going to be co-writing and scripting season 2 and probably season 3 of Quest of Ruin, the post-apocalyptic role-playing podcast. Man, that's hard to say. So anyone who does not know, hi, I am involved with a project called Quest of Ruin, which is under the Scroll and Dagger logo. You can find them on Spotify or on YouTube and various different places. I will tag and link various things. I am one of the co-writers on the project. Basically, anytime there is an angsty moment or inter-character dialogue, it's usually me, and the world building and everything else has been done by my co-writer who created this world and stuff. And I'm also voicing Blink the Goblin and an as of yet unnamed spoiler character who is appearing later on in the show for a little bit. So if you'd like to play the fun game of which bit did Morku write? Can we tell? Yeah, you usually can tell which bit has been written by me, and you want to hear me messing around as a goblin called Blink who talks like this and really likes explosives, then yeah, come and listen to Quest of Ruin. Season 2 will be finished writing this year and probably coming out at some point. I don't know the timeline of everything. I am merely a co-writer, and yeah, I've got no idea. But that'll be happening. We're going to be writing that. It's going to be great. As always, I do not have just one plan for the year. I have many, many things going on in my brain, and there are just so many thoughts and ideas, and I want to bring them all to you immediately right now. We'll see what happens. It's going to be great. Welcome to the chaos. If I had to describe this channel in just a few words, it would be chaos. Chaos and fantasy. Fantasy chaos. There you go. Welcome to the insane world of 2023 with Morcus Noise. I hope you enjoy. If you have any ideas and things you would like me to do and challenges you would like to see, throw those down in the comments because you guys always give me the worst but best ideas. Happy 2023, everyone. I hope you're having a fantastic new year. I will see you in a week when I'll be doing something for next week's Monday Madness. Goodbye, my wonderful Jellyspoons. Goodbye.